I'm a team mechanic for US Cyclocross. I've been a professional mechanic in shops for a little over 10 years, and I've been on the professional circuit for road for the last 5 years and cyclocross for the last 3 seasons. Cyclocross is a style of bike racing that's raced on modified road bikes on some combination of pavement, grass, mud, and sand. In the case of the elite men, they race on a short track 2 to 3 kilometer course for an hour, so they're doing as many laps of the course as they can in 1 hour. There are also man-made obstacles that force the riders to get off of their bike and run carrying their bike for part of it. Because of the length of the race being a relatively short and intense race, as well as the combination of conditions and surfaces, it's one of the most difficult disciplines in cycling. I'm responsible for driving the equipment from race to race. Before the race, running through all the bikes and making sure that they're clean and presentable and work well. On race day, I usually arrive with Kerry Werner, who's my cyclocross rider, and get him set up so that he's got bikes to pre-ride the course if he's doing that, and then has a bike on the trainer so that as much of the day is just run smoothly. Typically he'll do a pre-ride a couple hours before race time, and then after that I'll run through the bikes, any bikes that he rode again, and then we discuss for cyclocross tire choice and tire pressure, as well as some gearing options depending on the course and course conditions. So both making sure that you have the right tread on the tire as well as running that tire at the correct pressure for the conditions is a big thing to think about. Then during the race I'll generally go to the start line, make sure the carry's all set, and then head over to the pit. During the race I'll be in the pits, either giving Kerry time splits or if he has any issues exchanging bikes with him. The pits in cyclocross are the area on course where riders have access to their mechanics. So typically if the riders have any issues, they'll come into the pit and exchange the bike they're having issues with for a fresh bike. So the mechanics will have spare bikes, spare wheels, tools, as well as pressure washers in the pit, so if it is very muddy and we need to get mud off of the bikes in a hurry. After the race, I try to meet Kerry at the finish line and give him a jacket and some water, and possibly some recovery beverage. One of the big responsibilities of team mechanics, aside from things that happen at the race, is transporting vehicles and equipment between races. So when we're not at a bike race, we're generally driving to wherever the next race happens to be. In the case of the smaller team, it's just me driving our truck and trailer from race to race. Being a mechanic, you really can't get by without your tools. Over the years, I've worked to pare down and customize a lot of my tools, as well as my toolbox, so that they're packed in as compactly and efficiently as they can be. So my toolbox is a combination of tools from a variety of manufacturers, and going out and finding the tool that is the best for any particular job is very important to me. One of the fun parts about cyclocross equipment is it essentially is some kind of hybrid between road bikes and mountain bikes. We have smaller versions of mountain bike tires, as well as hydraulic disc brakes, which has added some challenges for mechanics, especially mechanics that come from the road bike side of things. The thing I enjoy about being a team mechanic is being able to try to control for as many possibilities as you can and try to perfect the bikes as much as you can. Part of being a team mechanic and being successful as a team mechanic is making sure that the riders are very comfortable in the equipment that they're riding, and as much as we can, making sure that they're on the correct equipment, whether that's gear choice or wheel choice or things like that for whatever type of racing they're doing, but also making sure that the bike is essentially taken out of the equation as much as it can be. So once they're on the correct equipment, making sure that everything's running flawlessly so the best rider wins on the day because of their fitness and their skill and not because of any issues they have mechanically. We often talk about the fact that team mechanics can't win bike races, but they can lose bike races. There are definitely unique challenges to being a team mechanic, but sometimes when I think about other career options, the idea of going to the same office every day and working in a cubicle at a desk sounds a little bit scary to me. I'd much rather be traveling and getting to work outside and work with my hands and work in a team-style atmosphere where everyone buys in for the team and works hard to bring as much success as we can.